Hello, welcome back. Or hello in general. Maybe this will be my first video on a new channel. I don't know. I'm still learning how to do this. I know that I'll be bad in the beginning, but I trust that I'll be very good at this. I believe in myself. I'm just at home, just me and my tabby cat. My wife and my son are out at my in-laws' house, and I just wanted to stay at home and relax and chill. I've just been playing some Call of Duty. I haven't really been doing anything much. Like I said, just relaxing and kicking back. But I've just had some time to think. You know, as a man, it's not easy to find the right partner. And fortunate for me, I'm lucky to have found one. But even the best woman in the world is still a nightmare, if you understand what I'm saying. To manage a woman is a special skill, and it doesn't matter if she's how do I say it? It doesn't matter if she's very ecstatic and if super energetic, or very mellow and very laid back. All women have their trades and different, but to manage them you need skill in learning how to manage a woman. And I don't mean manage in a way where you delegate and tell them what to do, but more like maintain a woman, because that's what it is. It's maintaining. It's about maintaining. I find myself as I'm getting older, I realize that I'm more predictable in myself. I know myself quite a lot. I know what I like. I know that if I'm feeling like this, it's likely because of a few things over there, or I know if these things don't go well, it's going to affect me in this way, and I understand myself a little bit more, so I prioritize these certain things. But I find for a woman, it's the same thing, but there's a lot more that goes into it as well. Well, I'm actually not here trying to talk to you about like how to manage a woman, because I'm still growing in my journey. I'm only 22 years old. I'm a father of one. I'm expecting a child soon. Congratulations to me, of course. But as you can look around, I'm inside my house. It's a 1-bedroom flat, and it's the three of us currently inside the house. Now, this isn't a mansion or a really big palace or anything special in which I can boast about. But I will say this. I think the absence of abundance has made me and my partner grow so close as friends, to the point that I don't rely on anybody else but her, and anything I do outside is directly related to what goes on right now over here. It takes a lot more for me to go out with my friends, or to go there, or to do this or to do that, because I'm always thinking about my responsibilities here. Not responsibilities in which they've been imposed on me, but responsibilities in which I have to my son, to my wife, and just the general friendship that we've built in this place. And of course it has its drawbacks, and many people will say to us, because we became parents at the age of 17 years old. You can imagine what that was like. Everybody's telling you that that you're a child, having a child, and you hear it all. But this is what I wanted to speak to you guys about today. Is that when love strikes, do not try to plan for it. Do not try to predict it, and do not become a fool when it comes to love, because you will become a fool anyways. When love strikes, everything goes out the window. If I hadn't found my current wife now, at the time in which I found her, life would have been very different. I don't think I would have been a father. I don't think I would be into this. I don't think I'll be the person I am today. But one thing's for certain is that when I found her, and I knew from the moment, that this was the one. After that, things just moved so quickly. She'll tell you the same thing on her side as well. Things moved so quickly, and within a year, she was pregnant with our first child. I met her when I was 15. She was about 8 months older than me, and she got pregnant while we were both 16, and we had our first child when we were 17 years old. So, to everybody else, especially my father is a doctor. I come from a background where we're expected to excel in one way or the other. And from a very young child, I can honestly say that I was being prepared for something very great, which I'm still heading to, of course. But when you do have a family, which is obviously due to the plan of God, you must take things at a different pace. Now, by myself single as a bachelor, or whatever you would call it, I was sporadic. I would do things spontaneously. I would go there, I would do this, I would meet that person, I'll do this. And that was part of my ethos in feeding alive. Now, how do I cope with that, being a father, being a head of a household, a leader, which says, no, not this, like this, or we won't do that, or we'll do that in so and so amount of time? Well, it's not without its struggles. I have to find other ways to burn that energy. If I don't burn that energy, it will affect my environment at home. I'll become restless. I won't be able to sleep at night. So whether it's sports or doing something like this, I must express my feelings. Even though my wife is my best friend, as a man, there's some things I cannot discuss with her. Maybe money troubles, or it could be something else. Sometimes after time, she's the problem. But that's part of having a wife. Everybody would tell you. There is some truth, an element of like truth to these wife jokes. You know the wife jokes that you hear. Why'd you sign up for the army? Oh, just trying to get away from the missus. Because sometimes they do drive you a bit crazy, but it's all in good taste. It's all in how do I say? When you want something, everybody goes about different ways in order to get it. And sometimes when we want things as men, we just more or less just say it. But it's not like that for a woman. It's not as straightforward as that. Sometimes, but it's never gonna be as direct as you would. So it's a guessing game some of the time. Some of the time you need to identify certain patterns and say, maybe it's this. But other times, and that's the thing. But the most important thing is that, especially, I think women can benefit from this as well. So if you're a young girl, maybe about 17 years old, I can't speak for the younger cases, make sure that the man that you choose to have a child, because I personally don't believe that a woman will have a child with somebody that they don't see, or at least a prospect of spending their entire lives with. I think that, there is no mistakes when it comes to that type of thing. I knew full well when I was sleeping with my wife that, that it would be it's a possibility that I'll become a father here, but this is a woman that I know that she's a good one. She is a good one. In the generation that we live in, it's at the time, it was, as soon as I saw her, it was her. It was, it was you. And I felt by the way she looked at me as well, it was, that was it. But that's the good side of it. But how do you deal with the bickering, the arguing? How do you deal with all of the hard stuff that people don't show you on social media? I look on social media, I see couples with, joint Instagram accounts doing reels and pushing them out every single day. And I say, if there's anything like ours, it's, it must be very, very difficult. Because in my mind, my wife is the best woman in the world. Even though it's how do I say? I wouldn't say horrible. Even though it's a nightmare at times. It's like most things in life. You have to when you bite the fruit, there's seeds inside. When you go outside it might rain. You understand what I'm saying? But the rain actually produces something good. It's like it cannot be good all the time, or when the goodness strikes, it won't taste as sweet. It's part of the beauty. Beauty comes with, beauty is not symmetrical. Beauty is just a bit. It's I hope I'm trying to get across what I'm trying to say. But point of what I'm trying to get across is, when love strikes you, your parents might tell you to do this, or maybe it's not the right time to do this, but it's the most valuable thing in life. I was driving. I had a car before. I was doing very well. I was popular in my area. I had things that most boys my age at the time would want, and it took me a while to really understand them, because this life is so temporary. People often say a father leaving his child, what type of man is that? But I tell you one thing. In this life, your wife is your prize. Your wife is what you get in return for all your pain. You see, my son loves me and I love him so much. But after everything I'm sacrificing, it's quite possible that he could grow up and say my father was a horrible father or was a rubbish father. And he'll get married, and even if he doesn't say that, he'll get married to his wife, and it'll only come around Christmas, and maybe he might move to, who God knows where, America, Spain, who knows where you might want to, what you might want to do. Then you're left by yourself again. Your wife is the only person who remains there and is there by choice. Your siblings, you love your siblings, you get along, your friends at times. I think that's my wife at the door. I must wrap this up quick because my wife is coming up the elevator. But your wife is there by choice. And it's a difficult thing because, your wife is there by choice. And everything you go through in life here, that bond that brings you together, it fills you with it. I don't have much time. I think I'll publish this as it is. And maybe in the next video I'll elaborate. But yes, my name is David. Welcome to Disembellished. Thank you.